everyone, it's Dr. Joyce Park, board certified dermatologist, and I'm back with part 2 of my Parisian Pharmacy skincare haul. If you haven't checked it out yet, I uploaded part 1 last week, which is linked here, where I went over a bunch of European sunscreens with all their new filters like Mexerol UV Immune 400 and the new Trisorb technology from Avent. And today we're going to switch gears and review the rest of my haul, which consists of a lot of different types of moisturizers, retinol, oils, lip masks, etc. So I hope you enjoy. Starting off, I picked up a tube of this. This is Biafine, which I was told is a French household staple. Like, you will find this in every single medicine cabinet of every single French family. What this is it's basically a really thick emulsion that contains wound healing ingredients. So this is really awesome for burns, cuts and scrapes, any type of inflammation in the skin, as well as sunburns. It's really great for sunburns. It's also wonderful for post-procedure care. So if you get laser done, microneedling, dermabrasion, anything that would require wound healing, this is the guy for you. The main ingredients in this are paraffin wax, squalane, avocado oil, sodium alginate, and trolamine. Some studies have shown that these ingredients can actually help with macrophage recruitment, and macrophages are essentially a subset of white blood cells that play an important role in the wound healing cascade. So that's how this little guy here, this Biafine, can actually help with aiding and speeding along wound healing. One thing I will say is if you're not into fragrance, this might be one that you'll want to skip, because it does have a fragrance. It smells kind of like a powdery, grandmotherly scent, for lack of a better term. I'm gonna apply it on my hand right now so that, a lot came out. This is how it looks. It's basically a white emulsion cream. Again, I don't advise this just for everyday use, like you don't have to. This is mainly for wound healing, but you can see it's just like hydrating. It rubs in with some effort, I would say. It leaves behind this powdery, fresh laundry scent. So if you're not into scent, then this is not for you. But I think this is a wonderful one to keep handy in the kitchen if you have burns, a handy one to keep around your kids, especially if you have toddlers like mine who are constantly jumping off things and falling and tripping and getting cuts. I think this is great for that. And one thing I did want to point out is in dermatology, we typically use steroids as our first line for any sort of inflammatory condition like eczema, psoriasis, etc. However, we don't recommend putting steroids on active open cuts. Biafine would be an alternative. If you happen to have a rash, but you also have a cut within it, then you would want to use Biafine and not steroid, because the Biafine can actually help accelerate that wound healing process. I also bought its cousin, Biafine ACT. This is essentially just less concentrated version of Biafine, so that this one is safe to use on the lips, around the eyes, and it's basically just like a watered down, less strong version of Biafine. The next one I want to go over is Ialuset. I don't know if you guys have heard of this. Ialuset is basically pure hyaluronic acid, and its main ingredient is sodium hyaluronate. So what's the difference between sodium hyaluronate and hyaluronic acid? Sodium hyaluronate is a salt form of hyaluronic acid, and there's a couple of differences. So sodium hyaluronate has a smaller molecular size, so that means it can penetrate deeper into the skin. So your typical hyaluronic acid with a higher molecular weight will mainly work to stay on the surface of the skin, your epidermis basically, and hydrate there and draw water from the environment into your epidermis, whereas a sodium hyaluronate, the salt, can penetrate more deeply and work more effectively underneath the epidermis to help retain water in that way. So we know hyaluronic acid is a wonderful humectant, meaning it helps you retain water, and it's very important because we do lose levels of it as we age, and we know that our skin gets more dry, which predisposes us to wrinkles as well as disruptions in our skin barrier, leading to more rashes, allergies, infections, etc. And so hyaluronic acid does exist in our body naturally. It acts as a cushion in between our joints. It is in our skin to help us retain moisture. And because we do lose levels of it as we age, it's important to choose skincare products that do contain hyaluronic acid to help assist with retaining that water throughout all of our stages of life. So this product here, what I like about this is it is a cream, a hydrating cream that dries matte, and I'll show you how it looks. Just put a dollop here. It has this really thick, luxurious texture. Like I think this is wonderful for just hydrating for daily use. It doesn't really have a smell. No, it's not fragranced, but it does have like a slight chemically residue smell, which some may prefer to like an overly fragranced smell. So you can see it rubs in pretty easily, and you typically want to apply this on damp skin. Obviously, I don't have damp skin right now because I'm just sitting in my office, but if you come out of a shower or you just finish washing your face, you'll want to pat your face dry, but still have your skin be a little bit moist, and then apply this on top. You never want to apply hyaluronic acid to dry skin because then it may actually draw water out of your skin to the top layer in order to hydrate it. No, you want it to draw in water from the environment. So you always want to apply this on damp skin. Like I mentioned, this has a really luxurious feel, and then it dries completely matte and clear. I did not have to work very hard to rub this in, and I could foresee this being really helpful as a once a week overnight mask where I would cleanse my face, put on my retinol or my retinoid as usual, put on my serum if I'm feeling extra dry that night, and then apply a thick layer of the Ialuset all over, leave it on overnight, and then use it basically like a mask. I think this was like 10 euro, so it was really affordable, and I think this is a great product to pick up if you happen to be in Europe. The next product I'm going to talk about is A313. This really piqued my interest because it's a retinol product. It basically is a blend of 3 different retinol esters. It is a blend of retinol propionate, retinol acetate, and retinol palmitate. All 3 of these are made by combining a retinol with some type of fatty acid chain, usually palmitic acid. And we all know the benefits of retinol and retinoids. You might be asking here, what are retinol esters? So just to quickly break down how retinol is converted and used in the skin. One end, you have your retinol esters. That's like this one, the A313. You have retinol esters, which are then converted to retinol. So you have retinol esters that are converted to retinol. The retinol is converted to retinaldehyde, and then the retinaldehyde is converted to retinoic acid, which is the most potent and effective form that your skin can actually use. The retinoic acid is what actually goes into the receptors in the nucleus of the skin cells and then actually exerts changes on gene expression in that format. The further you're away from retinoic acid, the more conversions and more steps it'll take to get to that active point. This side is the most active, the most potent, but downsides of that are that this side will also cause the most irritation, dryness, redness, sensitivity. Can be hard for people to build their tolerance to. On this end, the retinol esters, you see, because it takes many more steps in order to become active, this side is more gentle, less irritating, will not cause dryness, better for sensitive skin. The downside, I guess, is that it's not as strong, so it will take longer to work. Now, going back to this one, this is, as I mentioned, it's a blend of 3 different retinol esters. What I have found is that this one is actually very strong, despite being a retinol ester. I typically use a retinoid conjugated with a lactic acid in the form of SkinBetter Alpha Ret, but I found this one actually to be quite strong. My skin was getting a little bit red and irritated and peeling. I don't know what it is about it because it's a retinol ester. Maybe it's because it's a blend of 3, or perhaps the vehicle that it's in. So I'm still going to continue using it. The jury is still out for me on this because I typically like to test a product for 6 weeks before passing final judgment. I will make a follow-up video for you about what happens to my skin after using this for a longer period of time. But so far, I have been very impressed and surprised. Next up, I have the really popular Nuxe. I can't pronounce this. This is a body, skin, and hair oil, and this contains a blend of 7 different botanical oils. It's a totally vegan formulation, and I will list all of the oils here. What this does is, it basically just helps with dry skin. It helps with dry skin on your body, dry skin on your face. It helps give your hair a little bit more shine. Now, I will confess, I'm not an oil kind of girl. Like, I'm all about the creams and ointments. I'm not typically an oil kind of girl, but I bought it just to try it. And I will say the scent kind of turned me off from it. It just comes out. I'll just put a little bit here. And then it comes out as this like nourishing, very spreadable, very luxe oil here. The thing that turned me off about it though is that the fragrance is strong. It's giving chic French grandma kind of smell, which, you know, if you're into that, that's great. But if you're not into that, that could be a deal breaker. I think oils are not as good as creams or ointments at hydrating the skin, so it's not my preferred first line. But I think this could be a good option if you have really, you know, dry skin on your heels, or perhaps you want a little bit of extra shine in your hair. This could be an option for you. Personally, for me, I am not into it because of the scent, so this would be a pass. Last but not least, I have the Nuxe Reve de Miel lip mask. And actually, a friend of mine, Dr. Matali Chrisman from NYU Dermatology, gifted me the previous version of this mask a few years ago, and I absolutely fell in love with it. So I was really happy to see how affordable it was in Paris, and I picked one up for myself. This one is made with honey, botanical oils, and propolis. Propolis is a beeswax/resin composite that bees use to construct their beehives. Now, I'm familiar with propolis because I sometimes see patients come in with allergies to propolis. You know, they're using Burt's Bees or some sort of chapstick and they've got a rash around their lips, and then we end up doing patch testing where we will actually test them for specific skin allergies, and propolis is one of the things that we do test for. I don't have an allergy to propolis. I'm totally fine with it, so I love using this. This is super, super hydrating. It just feels really luxurious, and it has an awesome grapefruit scent. So this is what it looks like. It has a more solid, kind of waxy texture, but it's so luxurious. I love it. There's no color to it, and it doesn't really give off like a gloss or anything like that. It just makes your lips feel really, really moisturized. I like to put the leftover product on my cuticles or on my heels or my elbows, other super dry spots that just happen to need a little bit more TLC. So I love using this mask overnight. I like using it as a lip mask overnight, a couple times a week, and then I just wake up with really hydrated, non-chapped lips because I constantly have chapped lips, and it's kind of like my pet peeve. All right, so that was a review of the remaining haul from City Pharmacy in Paris. I hope you enjoyed that. You can definitely feel free to ask any questions about ingredients or products below. Like, comment, and don't forget to subscribe. I have a lot of other skincare content coming out for you soon. And if you haven't already, check out part 1 of my French Pharmacy skincare haul, which features a ton of sunscreens with European sunscreen filters. Until next time.